Hey there, welcome to another MemeCast on the Internet is Awesome YouTube channel with Boomer and TS. Hey TS, how's it going?
Hey Boomer, I'm good. I did get stung in the face by a bee, but other than that,
Other than that, everything's good. Huh?
yeah, COVID free still. So
Excellent.
here, I'm gonna knocking on wood. There you go.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, let's get to this week's memes.
Let's do it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a short episode, right? The meme verse is kind of drying up with with COVID. I guess we're all leaving lockdown or quarantine throughout the world, so
That's true.
things are maybe getting back to usual, and people are maybe getting a bit excited to do it. So, short episode today. Anyways, let's get into it.
Okay, so this is Michael Jordan from the new documentary that's trending. I guess they do like a episode per week. So every week there's like new Michael Jordan memes, basically. But this is
okay.
So this is, we already had the one on the right in another show, right?
Right,
And
I remember it.
the one on the left is the new one, him jamming by himself on a bus. It's funny, you can't really see the rest of the picture, but he's like by himself on the bus.
Okay.
And just having a blast. And so, but this other thing is this our plan /2020 that's been trending on Twitter and social media. So basically you just put a picture of what you planned for 2020 and then what 2020 actually is.
Yeah.
So it's like, plans and then reality. So that's what this one is. And I think it's funny.
I think it also fits in a number of memes that we've shown before, where it's like 2020 just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Similarly, or linked to it, anyways. Yep.
And the funny thing is, like, 2020 is still so early. Well, or I guess we're still in the first half, so I consider that early, anyways.
Yeah. Almost 6 months in.
Yeah.
All right.
Next
Anything else you want to say, or next?
No, we'll go. Except for those 90s sunglasses, but anyway.
Yeah. All right. What's this?
So this is another common format recently, but you can read it there. It's funny. So how did you survive the coronavirus, Dad? By doing what I've always done, staying away from people, not because it was suggested by society, but merely because I fucking and then the sun.
Fucking legend. That's great.
But this memes have been around a lot, so it usually ends with the same stuff, but the first two, like the daughter asking the question, is like you just modify it appropriately for whatever situation.
Yeah. I think we shared this near the start of the whole lockdown. I mean, not the same one, but the same format. And it was something like, what did you do during the coronavirus? And it was just like, share a bunch of memes or talk a bunch of memes. Or
Exactly.
Like
yeah. So there we go. I forgot about that.
I like this. I like this theme that we pick up on, the constant recycling of memes in different formats.
Yeah. That's how it's done.
All right.
This is just a stupid coronavirus meme. The government, please stay inside. People have never jogged before in their lives. So. I think we had similar ones at the beginning too, but
yeah.
I mean, this one was pretty heavily upvoted on Reddit, so I decided to include it. I don't even think it's true. It's fine. Like, obviously, it's like jogging is not spreading the virus, I don't think so.
Well, to push back on that a little bit, so I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I think it's been 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, something like that, where here in Barcelona, the lockdown regulations have kind of eased up. So we're able to go running, I think it's between 6 and 9 a.m. and then again from like 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. And I tell you, the first 2 to 3 days when those new rules were implemented, I went out running, I think on the second day at 8 a.m. And the amount of people out there, like almost touching shoulders, it was like
wow.
It was just crazy.
No, that's the thing. That's when you set restrictions like that, then it just funnels people into these things, and it's the same thing with when they're like closing. Well, at least here they closed like some parks, but not others. So that just funneled people to the whatever was open, right? So,
Right.
But yeah, well, my comment was like this guy staying away from other people, but obviously especially if you're running and like spit coming out your mouth.
Yeah. what was it? Something like, I mean, 2 meters, obviously, if you're standing around, but I think if you're running, it's something like 15 meters that you need to be away. So, I mean, there was no way everybody that was running on that, the one big street anyways, was 15 meters away from each other. There's just absolutely no way. So yeah. Second wave.
People don't quote us on our numbers, okay? We're just we're talking, in general. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get one hater in the comments.
That's fine. If you hate it, comment. Yeah.
Yes, we welcome the hate. We welcome any comments. Please, just comment.
All right, next.
Yeah.
I love it. So, Batman, the Batmobile won't start. Check the battery. What's a Terry? Nothing to do with coronavirus. Completely random. I think this is the only meme that I have added to this week because I've actually been busy moving to my new apartment.
Hey, that was your excuse last week, okay?
Yeah. Well, fine. Unpacking and buying everything. I now have a little herb garden. I'm totally set up. It's great.
At least you have a desk this week. So.
Yeah, it's more like a table that's been converted into a small desk, but yes, it's working.
Did you watch that Batman animated series?
I
90s,
like I think I watched a couple episodes when I was younger.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. I think you actually sent me this one too.
I accidentally sent it to you. Yeah.
I might have added it. I forget, but yeah, it's just it goes along with that meme win generator from last week. So now we have normally laughing at memes when you're wearing glasses, and now laughing into the mask.
Yeah, and then having your glasses all fog up. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cute.
I own some masks now, but I still haven't worn them just because I don't go out. So. But I guess when I go back to the office and I'll have my glasses too, I'll see if this is for real. But
yeah, well, I have a good biking mask. So in Barcelona, the pollution before COVID, anyways, was really bad. So I bought this. I think it's like a microfilter mask. And I tell you, I mean, it gets really hot in Barcelona, and biking around with that mask on is pretty brutal sometimes. So
yeah, I can imagine.
So walking around here, luckily I don't have to wear glasses, but even just walking around, like come back into my apartment, take the mask off, and like all the sweat and dirt and stuff around my face. Yeah, it's kind of nasty. Yeah,
like how I envision going back to the offices, like I'm going to wear it all the time. But now, like one of my colleagues mentioned to me, like, is that going to be comfortable? And that's a good point. Like, am I actually going to wear it for 8 hours? Probably not.
No. But well, I think this is, maybe we can have a little bit of a segue because we don't have that many memes to talk about. Yeah, sure. But so, I mean, I write blog posts and I have this other podcast that talks about technology. And I think one of the interesting things that we're all seeing, maybe the most obvious change, is the continuous remote work that we're all either going to be allowed to or have it implemented, right, in different companies. I think last week or the week before, Jack Dorsey of Twitter said that not all employees, but a number of employees that work for Twitter are now able to work from home forever. Wow. Right. So even if there's a vaccine, even if the whole world goes back to how things were before, because the world has gone remote, and I guess they've seen the same kind of productivity or even increased productivity, people are able to work remote for forever. So I mean, that's just like one example. And of course, these Silicon Valley companies are a little bit maybe more progressive than other companies. Younger
employees.
Exactly. And if they're working for Twitter, I mean, it makes sense that they could work remote. But I think this is something that we'll be seeing more and more as time goes on, even with companies that maybe aren't the Silicon Valley companies.
Well, my company's like kind of the opposite. They're trying to rush us back to the office because they think important work is done like at the water cooler and at the coffee machine. It's like, shut up. But and like even our productivity has not declined at all, like you were just saying, during working at home. So it's like, why can't we continue at least partially? But luckily, at least where I am, the government still hasn't let offices go back to work. So it's just a few businesses so far. It's a slow reopening because it's not going too well here so far. But anyways, I'm happy that I'm still home.
Yeah. No, I think it's interesting, and I think that as we kind of, depending on which country we're in, we're all going to kind of figure out how this trend, how this new paradigm works over the next couple of months, and I think it's something that's really interesting to kind of keep your eyes on.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next meme.
Back to the memes.
Right on.
This is just stupid. But Uncle makes a sex joke I shouldn't understand, and me after laughing, and then my mother. Yeah, this is a sign of like kind of the demographics, the heavy demographics on Reddit is actually probably teenagers and people that are still in high school.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of memes that reference like my mom, and it's like, okay, yeah, you're obviously still living at home with your mom.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, I think memes are maybe more created by teenagers who maybe have a little bit more time, but I think they're used or at least looked at by all sorts of demographics in the population.
Yeah, and we'll see the next meme too is just the exact same template, but with a different one. So, doctor, so in this case, funny. I guess your mom is still in the doctor's appointment with you, but
yeah, quite young then.
Anyways, I love this is a funny one that's often pops up, but this is the first time I've seen it like with the inverted. Usually it's just the picture on the left. And so now this new one with the suspicious interrogating head.
Yeah, gaze of the mother. That's great.
Yeah. And this is, I think, is our last meme. And I included this one because I've seen this template over the last couple weeks. And I've seen better ones. I was stupid and didn't save them, but this is just another one. So it's a me with my trusty playlist and your friend giving you a real banger. So now the monkey's happy. Anyways, it's cute, and you might see it around. So
okay. Yeah, it's kind of cute.
You're like, fine.
Not as funny as the doctor one, but yeah, it's kind of cute. Okay, great. That's the last one you said?
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna go for, I like the Michael Jordan one the best, just because I don't know.
It's trending.
It was exactly. It was trending, and it's kind of funny. So
yeah. Very good. I like the doctor one. It's the one that made me laugh the most.
Because I almost didn't include those. So.
No. That's good. And I think the goal of these silly memes is to laugh a little bit more. So that's what I value in this MemeCast anyways.
Yeah, there was lots of wind noise in our microphones this episode, so I think that's a good sign of a good episode.
Perfect. Well, let's end it there then.
Okay.
Cheers.
See you later. Thanks for listening, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can check out our Instagram and TikTok channels with our favorite memes. Links are in the description below. And share with us your favorite memes, and we will review them on the MemeCast. See you next week.